You are watching Atlantic Television Network Business Weekend Edition. This is a network medium of bringing the happenings in the economic sector of society to our discerning viewers. This program is aimed at bringing to the doorstep of viewers the business, financial and economic activities from all strata of society. Its delivery is accentuated through the various stock exchanges across the world, news about government economic activities, private sector business activities, laced with experts' opinion, stakeholders' analysis, and correspondence report. Today on ATN Business, we are going to be talking about the ripple effect of multinationals exiting the Nigerian environment. Nigeria is the largest economy in Africa. It has always been an attractive market for multinational corporations with its abundant natural resources, growing population, and strategic location. It has been a hub for foreign investments and business opportunities. However, in recent times, there has been a noticeable trend of multinational corporations exiting the Nigerian environment. Here is an overview of significant exits. Jumia Foods, a mobile app-based platform for restaurant discovery and ordering. Procter & Gamble, B&54 a genomics startup. GlaxoSmithKline, Consumer Nigeria, a British multinational pharmaceutical and biotechnology company. LazarPay, a Web3 and crypto payment company. The year underscored a tumultuous landscape for Nigerian businesses, showcasing exits across various sectors, from tech startups to multinational cooperation. The exodus highlighted the profound impact of microeconomic hurdles on the nation's business community. And this has raised concern about the ripple effect it may have on the country's economy and its citizens. To better understand this phenomenon, we will be talking to a political analyst, business analyst, who is going to shed light on the potential impact of this exit. And right here with me in the studio, I have now talking about the ripple effect of multinationals exiting the Nigerian environment. Let's look at the business environment in Nigeria. What are the key industries driving the Nigerian economy?
Yes. They had always depended on the petroleum industry, and of course, we have the agriculture, we have the mining and tourism, which some of us have argued that Nigeria has not tapped into it enough. Okay. As a nation. We have abundant resources that we have there and get it and all. So everybody is gravitating towards oil. And so we have forgotten about agriculture, we have forgotten about mining and all of that. But we have the natural resources that should drive this economy outside petroleum, outside oil. You know, so this is what we are calling on government to do. In fact, the year 2024, the government should focus on diversification of economy. It's been a policy over the years, but I think it's highly leapfrogged. You know, they just budget money, we are taking this one, and by the end, you don't see anything on ground to show that money has been spent on diversification of economy. The highest you see, like we experienced, I had a few experience in, and a few people around me, few persons around me in this festive season. The highest we experience is the fact that some monies are being given to some, you know, farmers in the north who are now feeding the south. You know, a cow seller, somebody that usually supply my family, last 2 weeks ago, he told me that those that are supplying the cow decided to put a tag price. You cannot even price it. Why? Okay. Because they are the sole producers, they are the sole sellers of these commodities. They have to go on strike and have the issue before they resolved it. You know, so they are giving people in the north monies for us. These are dangers for our economy. These are dangers.
Well, we cannot really talk about the business environment without looking at the challenges facing businesses in Nigeria. Can you throw more light on that?
The challenges facing
facing businesses in Nigeria.
Oh, that's huge. It's a huge topic on its own. First, poor infrastructure.
Okay.
And when we talk about poor infrastructure, the core of poor infrastructure is bad road and epileptic power supply. If government can fix the road and you can move from one place to another and do business
to neighboring countries, and we don't even have enough light ourselves.
I wouldn't say it's the height of foolishness, but that's height of mismanagement of government resources. You see, it's like you have a family, you have food. The food is not enough for your family, and you're giving it out, and your children are crying. You have not been a good parent by doing that. So, poor infrastructure, multiple taxation is part of it. Multiple taxation. You see, you open a business, and then this one will come. You have not paid this, you know. So, lack of access to capital. These days, you don't hear about loans and grants anymore. You know, it's on paper, but it's not in reality. You know, so people should assess SMEs. What is government doing? When was the last time government disbursed money to SMEs, knowing the economic harsh environment that the business exists in Nigeria? You know, come up on television and tell you, well, we know your plight, we
giving out palliatives, and at the end of the day, it doesn't get
we just be patient. We know what you are going through. We know what you are going through, but it should be backed up with certain policies. Because no nation can survive without the business environment.
Now you talked about the infrastructure in Nigeria. That's basically governance, and sometimes I want to believe that the federal government at that level may not be able to come down and actually do everything. Now, how does this work when it comes to maintaining and, you know, making sure that our roads are motorable? Who is in charge of that?
Purely government at the federal level, government at the state level, and at the local government level. But it's unfortunate, even local government cannot even build market these days. They can't build market, they can't build road, they can't even repair roads. You know, local government now is like it's just like a handbag to governors. Governors run to federal government for allocation every month. You know, in most the political trend in Nigeria, especially in Rivers State, can tell you that even government have a hand in an independent state like Rivers State, where a president would come and tell the governor what to do, rules to implement in order to be peace in your state and all that. Ignore totally the constitution.
Well, let's also look at how does the political climate in Nigeria affect businesses?
It does. In fact, one of the challenges of business in Nigeria is insecurity.
Okay.
And insecurity lies solely on government. You know, you cannot. You see, all this flash news, 170 persons died in Plateau State and all of that, is speaking to the international community. Where global community is speaking to them. Nobody will want to ask. So it means that if somebody can invade many communities without intervention, meaning your government is not strong enough to protect business. This is at the mindset of global market and international investors. You know, so the political climate has to be right by securing, the environment, of course, the soul of life and property. Then, if you can't do that as a government, who will come and invest in your environment? Who will come and invest in your business? So, political instability, insecurity, and all of that. Those are the issues.
Well, you were watching Atlantic Television Network Business, and we'll go on a short break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on-spot news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
It's Christmas season! Hooray! A time to make merry with loved ones, a time to give thanks.
Than the last one, fuel subsidy removal. A policy on its own that we believe is not a bad policy, but the implementation, which is bad. You know, companies are folding because of high cost of running business in Nigeria.
In Nigeria.
You know, and you don't have mitigating policies
Yeah.
that can, you know,
Cushion the effect
that can
of-
cushion effect
Yeah.
of this the challenges it throws on business. And so business are striving to survive, both the big and the small.
Oh, it's quite on. Well, now I always ask this question: the removal of fuel subsidy. I think it was meant to be a good thing, but why is it turning out to be something that has caused a lot of Nigerians pain
Because the right measures were not put in place
before the
before
removal?
the removal. We also believe, I mean, political minds, we believe political. Business arrest another person that is inside the business. So these are the issues. The corruption has eaten so deep that everybody is doing anything they like, at the top, at the bottom, and everywhere.
Well, I think price control is something that the government should actually pay more attention to, because recently we had BUA announced that by January 2024, the price of cement will be 3,500, and we still have businesses in Nigeria. Let's start with
Policies, which the CBN is at its helm. And sometimes, you see, business analysts have come over time to tell the CBN, look, if government is not sensitive enough, because we are part of the government, that if all these policies revolves, as long as they have to do with financial, financial policies, the CBN is at the center of it.
Okay.
Look at, we have not come out of the effect of the Naira redesign till today from the financial sector. You know, so we have not come out of the effect. Today, the CBN governor is facing charges and all of that. Why? One policy.
Okay, so let's quickly look at some of the current government policies that are actually affecting businesses in Nigeria. Just a few.
The top of it is subsidy removal, and it has crashed the Nigerian business environment. You know, because everything revolves around that petrol. You know, since we don't have good road, no problem. But let's have an affordable transportable system. I mean, transportation system. Because the woman who buys garri from Delta that wants to sell in River State will consider the cost of the garri and the cost of transportation and put it on the price. You know, the woman has a shop to renew the next year. Everything is put, and then the last consumer bears the burden.
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't end there. The person that is working in another office, instead of saving, spends the whole thing on food stocks. And the other one that sells garri and pepper and all that will go and buy drugs. So we are just spending all, and then how?
Even after their exit, the government has not really come up with anything substantial to help cushion the effects of their exit. And the only thing we hear is,
but even the manufacturing locally, we have to get what is called transfer of technology, because we don't have it. So in transferring technology from outside tax on premises, which they should have mastered, which would have been more favorable to them, and going to Ghana. You know, so why? There is constant power supply. Those are part of the issues. No multiple taxation, no